Thank you, Brian, on YouTube. I think I had the microphone switched off. Not a very good way to start. Is that working now, Brian? You might let me know. I was just saying that, this is a celebration of 2020. I know that for a lot of people, 2020 didn't have much in the way of reasons to celebrate, but at the same time, it led to brilliant. Yes, we have sound now on YouTube. It led to initiatives like Live Irish Myths, and it led to the growth of a wonderful community around Mythical Ireland. And I personally am very, very grateful for that. So I'm still making adjustments on YouTube. I'm personally very, very grateful for that, to be honest with you. I think there's been lots of silver linings to the dark clouds, and as Iris Rebel is just saying, we survived it. Well, we survived it thus far, yes. What time are we on? We have 6 hours of 2020 left, so we won't. What's the phrase? We won't count our chickens before they hatch. Stephen Walkers on YouTube says, "Happy New Year! Happy New Year to you, Stephen." Crystal says, "Hello from Spain." Hello, Crystal, and Happy New Year. Ben McStuffon, I just wanted to say a personal thank you, Anthony. You work so hard at this and are so well researched, kind, and informative. Your passion is always evident, and I'm personally so grateful. Well, thank you, Ben. That's a very nice comment. I'm very embarrassed, but thanks. And look, Happy New Year, and keep coming back. That's the main thing, because plan as long as I'm able to keep going. There's lots of more to come. Live Irish Myths will keep going so long as that there's material to talk about. Book talk. there's 800 episodes on the shelves behind us. John Main says, Banachty on Tua Galir. Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year, John. Good to see you. And I'm just going to scroll back on Facebook and say hello. Iris Rebel said, happy almost. It's nearly over. Yes, indeed. Kristen Murray-Andre says, Sláinte, everyone. Hello, Kristen. Anne McCallum says, hello, Anthony. Lovely to see you. And you also. And Happy New Year to you. Serena Swift says, 10 a.m. and almost there. So you must be on the west coast of the States somewhere, Serena. Good to see you. Yes, happy last day of the year to you. Shalini van der Owera says, can't wait for 2020 to be over. Roll on 2021. Yes, that is the philosophical standpoint that I think a lot of people are taking in relation to 2020. However, not knowing what the future holds, we should just hold the moment, I suppose, and just remember that the only moment we actually really have is right now. And if you're safe and you're eating and you're in good health and all of that right now, then you're in good stead. Barbara Barney says Happy New Year on YouTube. Hello, Barbara. Owls Perch says hello from Florida. Happy New Year. Many happy returns. Gillian Stapleton says Happy New Year on YouTube, and many happy returns. Kendall says hello and New Year's blessings from the Oregon coast. Volchek Kendall, Happy New Year to you. Daisy Peters is in the house. A wonderful and very blessed Happy New Year, Anthony and all our Tua. Yes, to you also. Miss Marie says hello, Anthony and Tua. Have a brilliant New Year. Aidan Fahy on Facebook says, greetings from Cooley in the wee county Onloo, Ireland. Roll on 2021. Hello, Aidan. Sure, you're just up the road, up there near where Patricia lives. But a Happy New Year to you. Paul Alborl says, greetings from Daphne, ALA. I presume that's Alabama. Hello, Paul. Good afternoon to you. Jeannie Jessup says, blessings for the new year from across the pond. Hello, Jeannie, and same to you. Many happy returns. Richard O'Neill says, Happy New Year, all you lovely folks. Thank you, Richard. And the same right back at you. Dolmac McDermott says, yay. Smiley face, sunglasses, cloud, hearts, flower, and something else. Brilliant. Catherine Hupp says, hello, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Catherine. Kathy Mark, Happy New Year, Anthony and family from cold, snowy Iowa. Believe it or not, we woke up to it was frosty last night. I mean, it was minus. I was at Newgrange yesterday evening taking the picture of the rising full moon at 6 p.m. It was -2 Celsius. Now, I know the Canadians are laughing. They're like, we laugh in the face of -2 Celsius. But we had a sprinkling of snow early this morning, so we woke up to a white landscape. Rowan Grove says, Happy New Year. The plumber just left here. Hi, Rowan. Happy New Year. And I hope the plumber did a good job and fixed any issues that there might have been. Marcia Montero says, Hi, Happy New Year from Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Hello, Marcia, and also watching from Brazil is our good friend Daisy Peters on YouTube. Kelly Edmiston says, Happy 2021. Happy New Year to you, Kelly, and may you and may your adventures be full on in 2021, and may you be unrestricted in those adventures. Melanie Lynn says, hello, Anthony and the two. I'm so glad to catch this. New Year blessings to you all. Hello, Melanie. And hope you're well. It was great to see you on the Zoom the other night. Kelly Jean says, hello from Michigan. Happy New Year. Falcha Kelly, and Happy New Year to you. Tara White says, Happy New Year from Newfoundland, just across the water from us. Sure, it's nearly another part of Ireland, isn't it? Hello, Tara. Good evening to you. Janet Moran says, hello, Anthony. Happy New Year. Just finished Make Up episode 62. Make Up? Did I do an episode on makeup in Irish mythology? hello, Janet. Iris Hribble. Oh, yes, I read that earlier. We survived it. Judy McQueen is in the house, says hello and Happy New Year. Many happy returns. Helen Hirsch Chatter says good riddance 2020. Whew, grateful for our virtual family, as I am, Helen, and this is the wonderful part of it. Barb Jordan says, hi, everyone. I still say, I reckon, I was looking back at it, there were other people who were on the first live stream, but I think, Barb, you might have been the first person whose comment I read out on an episode of Live Irish Myths. That was episode 1. So you have a very special place in the Mythical Ireland Live Irish Myths pantheon. Joan Black says, Happy New Year 2021 from Donegal. Hello, Joan. Great greetings to Donegal from County Louth, and blessings for a good New Year. New Year greetings from Daphne, Alabama, on the Alabama Gulf Coast, says Paul. Yes, indeed, I got it right. Jackie McCusker Hornsey says, Happy New Year, Anthony. Found this wonderful page. Thank you. Brilliant, Jackie. Glad that you're enjoying yourself, and welcome along. Happy New Year. Vicky Wallace Southall says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Vicky, and to Evan, and to Chili the Whale. And I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. Stacey Herman Lawrence says, Happy, everyone. Here's to a healthy and happy 2021. Ditto. Copy and paste what she said. Joe Butler says, hello, everyone from Colorado. A gorgeous sunny day here. Enjoy it, Joe. We are having a very wintry day here, although the snow later turned to rain, unfortunately. And Scott Doherty says, I'm so glad 2020 is almost over. I've had many struggles this year. I've survived it, but I don't want to repeat. Welcome 2021. Yes, and there's an old custom, isn't there? So it's said that Irish people at this time of year would leave the front and back door open to let the old year out and the new year in. Federica Guy says, hi, Anthony and Tua. Happy New Year to you all from Italy. Ciao, Federica. Happy New Year. Matthew Bessel says, Sláinte call. Happy New Year. Happy Near Yay 2021. And that's from the Gay Celts. Matthew, a very happy New Year to you and to all the gay Celts around the world. Robin Rickman says, I'm so happy I found you and the community. Thank you. Happy New Year's. We're glad that you're able to come along, Robin. And we're glad to have the company. Otherwise, well, as I keep saying, I'd be speaking to myself, and that would be rather lonely and boring. Kelly Edmiston is rightly saying, don't jinx it. Angel Barboni Smith says, hello. It's been forever since I've been on live. Have missed you all. Hello, Angel. Welcome along. Good to see you in the house. Happy New Year. Hope 2021 is a good one for you. Terry Lynn Zacharias is in the house from Colorado. Hi, Terry Lynn. Happy New Year to you. Samantha Healy says, Happy New Year, Anthony, to all the Tua. Yes, indeed, Samantha. To each and every one, a Happy New Year, and to you also. Sue Prenter, happy and safe New Year to all. Thanks, Sue. Good to see you. Barbara Barney's in the house. Hi, Anthony. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. Yes, indeed. Happy New Year. Samantha Healy says, let's hope 2021 will be better. Let's hope indeed. Evan and Chili are waving. Hello. Linda Moore is in the house, says, Happy New Year. Sláinte. Sláinte. I don't have a drink. All I have is a glass of water. It's too early in the evening. Like, I can't be drinking at 12 minutes past 6 in the day. The reason I'm going live at 6 rather than 8 is because myself and the family are planning some celebrations later. So I'll probably cork a bottle of wine in a little while. Kathy Joyner says, Happy New Year from North Carolina in the USA. Hello, Kathy. Happy New Year to you. Adina Sparks is in the house, says, Happy New Year to Anthony and the Tua. Hello, Adina. Happy New Year to you. Happy 2021 when it arrives. Kathleen Gallagher says Happy New Year to you and the fam. Thanks, Kathleen. Many happy returns. Barbara Murphy. I hope 2021 is a very happy drunk. Yes, and not the passive aggressive one that we've had in 2020. Kristen Murray Endre says, I feel like the YouTubers are my neighbors I've yet to meet. Happy New Year, friends, to all on YouTube. I will have to get back to YouTube for more comments now in a few moments. I'm not actually planning to do anything. I mean, I have something I want to read, but it's quite apt. But apart from that, the celebration is just a way of saying thanks. And if there's anything else that happens, it'll be led by you guys. Rowan says Maracat is trying to catch the little icons floating up the screen. Cats are brilliant. I can't pronounce the name. It's Niflame Mirina says Happy New Year 2021 from Mexico City. Hello to you and Happy New Year. Super Hunter says, have Mythical Ireland on my lap, reading 3.2. That is the section about... Is that the section about Loch Crew, is it? Yeah, wonderful. Thanks, Sue. And enjoy that. Tamar K says hello from, is it Mendocino County, California? Thanks for a delicious, cheers to a delicious new year. Yes, indeed. Happy New Year to you. Doris O'Hara is in the house, says Happy New Year. Anthony and all. Thanks, Doris. Many happy returns. Connie Keeler says, even though I don't always get what you're talking about, some people don't get anything. Don't get any of it. I do love just listening to you. The words aren't always important, but my stress is relieved just hearing what you have to say. Thank you so much. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I think I do. And that's lovely. What a lovely comment, Connie. Thank you. Happy New Year. Look, I did say on the very first episode that part of the reason I was doing it was to assuage not just the boredom of sort of being housebound, but also the fear and the anxiety around the COVID-19 pandemic. And it just seemed that it was a nice sort of space for people to gather in comfort and relaxation. Hazel Bartley O'Hanlon says, Happy New Year. And the same to you, Hazel. Many happy returns. Robert Shrigley Wolf says, Happy New Year from North Wales, just across the water there, Robert. I could nearly lean out the window and wave at you. Happy New Year to you. Samantha Healy says, to our family, strong. We will have a tough few months, but together we will get through this. Greetings, Carlingford Loch area. Lovely part of the world, Samantha. And yes, you're right, and we definitely have a tough 6 weeks ahead of us here because we're in a severe level 5 lockdown. And this is going to be the toughest because of that. It's after Christmas and, short days and long nights, and cabin fever will definitely be a feature. So anyway, well, I will do my very best to try to keep at the very least maintain once a week live Irish Myths and once a week book talks, if not more than that. Donna Fire says, I feel the same way. James Jeremiah Langton says, Happy New Year from Viking Leakslip. What about the rest of Leakslip, James? Does it not also say Happy New Year? Happy New Year to the Vikings. Loved the pick of the snow on the stone, says Terry Lynn. Yes, I was up before the rest of the world this morning, and the first of the twilight, and I got my gear ready and went out to take pictures at Douth and enjoyed it. Happy New Year, Anthony. That's from Robin Edgar. I don't know about you, but I tend to think of my New Year starting the day after the longest night of winter solstice these days. I was recently informed by my Welsh uncle that he had sent a letter to the editor of the Times in late 1999 proposing that the calendar should be adjusted so that the new year was set by the winter solstice, but his letter was never published. I'm inclined to agree with you, Robin. I think like the Gregorian calendar and the movement of the celebrations, like January the 1st is like an arbitrary date, isn't it, really? The year really does hinge on the solstices, and at this time of year we celebrate every few seconds of extra light that we can get in the day. So yeah, I always tend to think in my heart that winter solstice is the turning of the year, and the 22nd, 23rd of December, in particular the 23rd, is like my, yes, we've started the new year now, you know. You don't really see a stretch, not in this part of the world, until January. And you see a proper stretch as you head towards St. Bridget's Day or in bulk. Donna Firer says, New Year's greetings from Maryland. So long, 2020. I'm opening my back door to sweep out the old. Good stuff, Donna. Happy New Year. Catherine Hupp says, love from Denver, Mile High City, along front range of the Rocky Mountains. Sounds lovely, Catherine. Happy New Year to you. April Michael Freed says, is that two people? Happy New Year from Michigan. Happy New Year to you also. And good afternoon. Welcome along. Mike and Jeanette Naylor are in New Jersey and say Happy New Year. Anthony and all, Happy New Year to you both. Great to see you. Hope 2021 is a good one. Gary McCracken says, here's to a better 2021 from down the road in Termanabbey. And Termanabbey is an estate, a housing estate in Drogheda. So, Gary, you're actually the closest viewer right now. Helena Breen says, Awfulin Fui Vasha Giev to you and all your family and everyone here. Thanks, Helena. Many happy returns. Alan Hoskins is in Ballina, Killaloe, Tipperary. Happy New Year, one and all. Hello, Alan. Happy New Year to you. Lyndon Nolan says, Happy New Year from Arizona. We say Happy New Year right back to Arizona. We put our arms around Arizona and give it a big squeezy hug. Diane Young says, Happy New Year from Central Portugal. Blessings. I hope it's nice and warm, a little bit warmer down there, Diane. And Happy New Year to you. Your winter days are not quite as short as ours, which is something nice. Martin Smith says, May the road rise with you. Yes, indeed. Gunnairi on Boherliv Golir. Thanks, Martin. Happy New Year. Wendy Holmes. Thank you so much, Anthony. I think I was on episode 1. It's been a bright light this year. Glad to hear it. Little did I know back then. I had no expectations. Go back and watch it. I keep saying that. If you go back and watch episode 1, it's like I'm talking to myself. And eventually there's a few people commenting. And I'm real sort of tentative and awkward, you know. But it turned out to be a lovely thing. And it's greatly rewarding for me. It will be bittersweet to see the little Santa gone from the bookshelf, says Donna. Well, just between you and me. Just strictly between us. Everyone else, close your ears. My wife says that it being the year it's been, that we probably will leave the Christmas lights and decorations up a little bit longer this year. And now that we're going into a full-scale lockdown, I can see that being adhered to. So Santa could be there for a little bit longer. Jennifer Hay Preston says, welcoming in a new year from Southwest Colorado. Hello, Jennifer. Happy New Year to you in Colorado. Reese Casterton says, Happy New Year, Anthony and Tua. My dad, Nick Eska Casterton, turned 55 today. Happy birthday, Dad. Happy birthday to Nick Eska Casterton. And I know Nick wasn't well recently, so it's great to see that he's celebrating. An interesting day to have your birthday. My mother's mother, my granny, her birthday was the 31st of December, and her name was Eva, and she was basically named after New Year's Eve. So there you go. And remembering her with fondness tonight as we live stream. But anyway, happy birthday, Nick. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nick Eska Casterton. Happy birthday to you, and a happy bloody new year as well. Margaret Kiernan says, Happy New Year, Anthony. All the two also. It has been a remarkable year. Great on some fronts. Rock on, buddies. Yeah. I have to continue what I've been trying to do, which is to accentuate the positives and not to think so much about the negatives. And that's not always easy for people to do. Different people are in different situations, so it's completely understandable that some people are very excited about kicking 2020 out the door. But anyway, not to worry. It's certainly a year to remember, that's for sure. Aaron Solomon says, Blina Nua Hona Makara. Thank you, Aaron. Many happy returns. Pauline Anderson says, Happy New Year, blessings from Lurgan in County Armagh. Just up the road, Pauline. Happy New Year to you. Desiree Riley is in the house. Hello, Happy New Year to I'm having a bit of a rough start to the new year and could use some prayers sent my way. 5 of my family is sick with COVID. Oh dear. And I'm currently awaiting results on my COVID test after day 4 in bed. That is not good. Desiree, our very best wishes to you and all of your family for a speedy recovery from the sick bed. Fingers crossed. And yeah, hopefully you'll get into 2021 in brighter and better spirits. But anyway, I'm sure I speak on behalf of the whole community when I wish you the very best and get well soon and Happy New Year. Andrew, is it Vovides? Says Happy New Year, Anthony. Happy New Year, Andrew. Many happy returns. Wendy Holmes says Happy New Year to all the Tua. You're all so inspiring. Wendy, that's what makes it what it is. Thank you and Happy New Year. Tricia Cuttrell says Happy New Year to all from the Ohio River Valley. Happy New Year, Tricia. Good afternoon to you. Peter Moore says Happy New Year to everyone in Drogheda from Vancouver Island, British Columbia. Peter, Happy New Year. And that's a Drogheda name. Sounds like a former mayor, actually, of the town. It's good. Is it good morning there? Is it still morning time there? I think it is. Thea Kirstine Prothero says Happy New Year, or I don't know how to pronounce that in Welsh. We miss Ireland and love your page, hoping for a better one next year. Well, I am doing my best to keep everybody up to date with pictures and videos and all sorts of things from Ireland. So keep watching and keep tuned, you know. But Happy New Year to you. Mariana Dunn is in the house, says Happy New Year and many good wishes to our dear Tua and Anthony from our home in Virginia. Thanks, Mariana. Many happy returns to you. Rob Beston Bostel says Happy New Year's. Hello, Rob. Many happy returns. And lots of people sending best wishes to Desiree and her family. Al Hubner says a wonderful new year to you and to you, Al. Happy New Year, many happy returns. Pamela Walters says awfully and Fliwasha G of Anthony and Tua. Thank you, Pamela. Many happy returns. Andrew says Happy New Year from Veracruz. Thank you, Andrew. Happy New Year to you. Wow, Deirdre McCarthy's in Central Square in New York and says hello. Happy New Year to you, Deirdre. Joe Butler says that she will light candles for Desiree. Rest and do not worry. Virtual chicken soup from me. Brilliant stuff. Mark Munoz is in the house, says hello all from a bright and sunny day in New Mexico. Brilliant stuff, Mark, and good to hear that the last day of 2020 is a bright one for you. Desiree says, I won't be messaging much today, guys, but listening to everyone is definitely going to at least lift my spirits. Brilliant stuff. Yes, indeed, Desiree, get a good rest. And get well. That's the main thing. Deirdre McCarthy says, I will be opening all the windows and doors later. A good plan. Don't forget to put on the central heating immediately afterwards or the house will be freezing. Lovely messages for Desiree. Serena says, I think we have all been battling demons of some sort. More so this year. Being able to connect does help. Yeah, it's like a virtual sort of support group in a way, isn't it? Kelly Edmiston says, woof, woof, Saskia and Coda. Coda was uncharacteristically quiet the last couple of live streams. Of course, he waits until as soon as, you know, you're off air to make a fool of you and then bark all over the place, you know. Kathy Archibald is in Alberta in Canada. It says Happy New Year's. Many happy returns. Jeannie Patton says Happy New Year from Utah in the USA. Many happy returns, Jeannie. Happy New Year. Porrick Byrne says Happy New Year, Anthony from County Laois. Hello, Porrick. Many happy returns. Sonia is in Curitiba in Brazil and says Happy New Year 2021. Brilliant. Hello to all our Brazilian friends. Happy New Year. A great day in Massachusetts, says Nola Snyder. Trademark day for this difficult year. Happy New Year, whichever day you select. I'm with those here who think January the 1st is just another day. We've already celebrated our new year by watching the sun shine into the chamber of Newgrange. Andrew wishes everybody a COVID-free 2021, very importantly, yes. Maria Rodriguez Doyle says Happy New Year to all the family. Love from Spain. Hello, Maria. Many happy returns. James Shine says Happy New Year to everyone here. The content here has been a bright spot of 2020. Glad you've been enjoying it, James. Happy New Year. Christina Ruth says, thanks for sharing all your knowledge and insight as a Scottish lowlander. Howd Hogmanay, thank you and Happy New Year. Mary Platt says Happy New Year from Los Angeles. Hello, Mary. Happy New Year and good afternoon. Good morning to you, actually. And back on YouTube, because I saw there's plenty of comments going up the screen there. Who did I miss? Marianne Kinja says, whoa, you are here. Hi to all from Connecticut. Happy New Year, Marianne. Ruth McCool says, Happy New Year from Boonville, Mississippi. Hello, Ruth. Happy New Year to you. Nate Brydenbaugh says, hello from Ohio. Happy New Year. Many happy returns, Nate. I love the handles on YouTube. Zyphod Beetlebox says, Happy New Year, Tony. Lovely to catch you on CW. Hope to catch you on CW in 2021 as one of my many ham radio acquaintances around the world. Yes, well, we could organize a sked, couldn't we? Yes, Nate makes a point, which is that we survived, but many didn't. Raise your glasses to their memory. Absolutely. We have to remember all those who weren't so lucky and didn't see the year out. Nikita MEO got Early Medieval Ireland book for Christmas. Thanks, Dad. Brilliant stuff. I hope you enjoy that, Nikita. And I hope that makes some very good New Year reading. Astro Gypsy says, Happy New Year, all. Many happy returns to you. Kendall says, looking forward to tracking the new year with my Mythical Ireland calendar. My sister-in-law did great on my present this year. Brilliant. Glad it arrived in time and safely too. There was an issue with some of the postage to the States and to Britain coming up to the Christmas. But anyway, that's more to do with volume than anything. But enjoy it. Happy New Year. The full Irish GK, Giagwich from Tala, the great and good Tua. After that year, ladies and gents, we need a good year. Blessings to you all. Yes, indeed. Let's hope for a good one and Happy New Year to you. Office Care, who are the Woodsies in Monaster Boys, give us a blast of Stokes. Not difficult that for good luck. Stokes, Whitley. No, we're not doing that tonight. If I want to send everyone to sleep, I'll give a blast of Whitley Stokes. But I could nearly wave out the window at you there. Happy New Year. Gail Farley says, Anthony, thanks so much for getting through this past year worthwhile. You were the highlight of my weeks. Oh, lovely. Great. Gail, thanks for the sentiment. Happy New Year to you. And may we have many more joyous and celebratory and just lovely episodes. Ben McStuffon says, wild turkeys in the backyard today. Hoping it's a sign for a good new year. Iontok. Yes, indeed. Lara Herbert says, hi all. Happy New Year. Lara Peter Steins is in Dublin. Says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Peter. Astro Gypsy says, I have long considered winter solstice as the technical New Year's as well. It just seems to make sense that an astronomical cycle, a year, should be marked according to astronomical conditions. Yes, indeed. Agree wholeheartedly. Shirley Sheila Barr says, thank you for all this year. You are so generous. It's been my pleasure, Shirley. Happy New Year to you. Paul Gowan is in the house. New Year's greetings to all the two are from near the midpoint of the M11. Like the Central Reservation or the halfway point between Wexford and Dublin. Hello, Paul. Stay safe and have a happy new year. Good to see you. Sandy McNabb says, on the brandy, because it's Andy. Best new year to one and all. Happy New Year, Sandy. Enjoy the brandy. Seamus Mara says, well, clan, Newry, Ireland calling. Happy New Year, folks. Hope yous are good. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here, Seamus. Happy New Year to you. Hope 2021 is a good year for you. I think I'm all caught up. So anyway, what I was going to do is I was just going to read one thing, and then we'll see what happens after that, there is the possibility of inviting one or two people in on video, one or two perhaps of the regulars to say hello. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to read a poem from the wonderful John O'Donoghue, and that's from his book Benedictus, a book of blessings. And you might know that a little while ago, on the 1st of December, actually, I acquired this in a local bookshop to my great delight. There's fireworks going off here. There's fireworks going off earlier on too. You have to wait until midnight. Don't waste all the fireworks at 6:30 in the evening. Anyway, this poem is called At the End of the Year, and I hope you enjoy it. Mark Rhodes Taylor is in the house on YouTube. Says, hope everyone has a happy new year. Best wishes. Very, very happy new year to you, Mark. And I hope it's a good one and a prosperous, peaceful, and joyous one. So this is called At the End of the Year, and I hope you enjoy it. This is from John O'Donoghue's Benedictus, Book of Blessings. The particular mind of the ocean, filling the coastlines longing, with such brief harvest of elegant vanishing waves, is like the mind of time, opening the shapes of days. As this year draws to its end, we give thanks for the gifts it brought, and how they became inlaid within, where neither time nor tide can touch them. The days when the veil lifted and the soul could see delight, when a quiver caressed the heart in the sheer exuberance of being here. Surprises that came awake in forgotten corners of old fields, where expectation seemed to have quenched. The slow, brooding times when all was awkward and the wave in the mind pierced every sore with salt. The darkened days that stopped the confidence of the dawn. Days when beloved faces shone brighter with light from beyond themselves, and from the granite of some secret sorrow, a stream of buried tears loosened. We bless this year for all we learned, for all we loved and lost, and for the quiet way it brought us nearer to our invisible destination. Apparently, are people having a problem with the video? Alan says the video feed is caught in a loop, but the sound is good. Well, that's all you need. You don't want to see this ugly face for too long. I was kind of hoping maybe you were the only one that was experiencing that, because oftentimes it's Tom King is in the house. Sorry, oftentimes it's it's just to do with that person's connection. Anyway, we'll hope, keep the fingers crossed. It's fine on YouTube anyway, says Sandy, which is great. Thanks, Sandy. Tom King is in the house. Happy New Year, Tom. Buffering here, says Janet. My video fine here. Yeah, okay. So hopefully it's fine. And Tom, would you like to come on? I'm just keeping the fingers crossed because I know this didn't work with Morgan. Tom King, would you like to come on and say a couple of words? And this isn't just this is about celebrating the new year and saying goodbye to the year that's been and all the rest. A few people saying their video is working. A couple of others. Robin saying it's doing the same here. So I came out and went back in, and Anthony was more animated then. Lol. Says Nora Gaffney O'Connor. Hello, Nora. I'm not sure if I said hello to you already. Happy New Year. Tom King will accept if I can invite you in. Bring Tom King on camera. Adding. Connection failed. Damn. Technology. Don't say I didn't try. That's disappointing. I hate when that happens. Try once more. Yeah, I can't, Tom. That's very sad. You're flickering in Florida, says Deirdre. Buffering. What is one to do? Fine in Central Florida, says Aisling. I think it's more a Facebook thing than an individual connection thing. Yeah. I'm going to see if there's one more regular that I can bring in and just try. It's either this. It's either that it just doesn't work with one person, or it won't work with anybody. But that was exactly the same as what happened with Morgan Daimler the other night. In fact, I would say on Morgan's, it didn't even go to the adding. It just went straight away to connection failed. Let me have a look to see if I can find any. Adina Sparks has a camera icon. I don't want to embarrass anybody. It's just if anybody would like to come along and just say Happy New Year to everybody, show your face and all that. Mariana Dunn, you have a camera icon. Desiree, we're not going to ask you because I know that you're unwell, you're under the weather, so we want to make sure that. Donna Firer, you have a camera on you, a camera icon, which means I can invite you in. I think I said Mariana Dunn already. Yeah, and there's so many comments coming up that I can only scroll back so far. It's interesting. Yeah, Brendan says I did the same and the sound returned. So just go out and come back in and it'll be fine. Let's try Tom once more, just on the off chance. No answer from the live video guest. That's a different connection failed. Donna says my Facebook connection is working perfectly in Connecticut. Well, Mariana Dunn. Let's try and bring Mariana on. It says adding. Will this work? Still saying adding. Connection failed. Oh, yes. Look, not to worry. I don't know why that happens, but we'll blame Facebook because, like, they're to blame for everything, aren't they? One more piece of reading that I think might be apt. Let me just have a look for it here. Yes, a couple of things that I wrote around winter solstice at Newgrange, which would seem to be apt in terms of the whole New Year thing, because as we've been saying, prompted by Robin Edgar, we've been saying that the winter solstice is really the hook of the year, and before the introduction of the modern calendar, it certainly would have been the time when the year turned. Although it is said that some of the Celts had their New Year on Samhain. Yeah, so if the Facebook feed freezes, the thing to do is just to go out of the stream and then come back into it. And apparently that works. Apparently that does the job. Marion Thomas, is it Ibarra? Says healing, love, and light, and peace in and around and with you, Desiree. That's a lovely message for Desiree. That alone will get her right. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to add Tom again, and it's just prolongingly flashing adding on the screen. It just says adding. It's kind of not quite flashing, but dimming and brightening. Be great if he came in, wouldn't it? Said hello and showed us the forge if it's lit. Mike Gray says, greetings from Providence, Rhode Island. Hope all is well and magical in my ancestral homeland. All good so far, Mike. We're entering a level 5 lockdown, the most severe of all the lockdowns. Our numbers are going through the roof. So it's going to be a lonely time for some people for the next while. So we'll do our best to keep those who would like some stories, we'll keep them company. But Happy New Year to you. No answer from live video guest. Oh, that was an interesting one, Tom. That nearly worked. Joe Butler says, I have milk and honey for the good neighbours for tonight. Thank you, Joe, and how kind and thoughtful of you. We should wish them a happy new year too, obviously, Who else? Did I miss somebody? The Curious Celt can't stay. Wish everyone good health and good luck. Well, Happy New Year, and thank you for tuning in. Okay, so I'm going to try Tom one more time. It may be that I thought that was an almost success, nearly successful that time, Tom. It said that you didn't answer. I doubt that that's the case. Susan Scott says, hello, hello. Wishing all of you a blessed and happy new year. So grateful for the company and support of each and every one of you this year. And many thanks to you, Anthony, for bringing us together. I keep saying, Susan, my pleasure, my privilege, my honor. And thanks for coming along and enjoying it and adding to it and making comments and asking questions. And, you know, it was brilliant. Marcia Downs says, so wonderful to hang up my new Mythical Ireland calendar today. I couldn't wait until tomorrow. May the new year bring you, Anthony, and your family a peace and good health. Thank you, and many happy returns, Marcia. I hope you enjoy the year and the calendar. Does he need to be on a laptop, I wonder, says Teresina. You mean Tom? No, I was able to add people before that were on phones. I remember adding Patricia McAteer on our 100th celebration and Pat Rowan. So we were able to do it, but it's not working now for some reason. So happy to be tuning in live. Finally, says Hilary Diouf. I caught the last one of the year. Hopefully a good sign of things to come. Lovely to hear the Drogheda accent. Hilary from Drogheda, from Drogheda originally, living in Ontario, Canada. Hello, Hilary. Nice to see you. Happy New Year to you. Anthony, you're broadcasting live like the president of the nation that makes a talk to the nation at the end of the year because you are the chief of the TUA. No. Oh, Tom King is okay. He's saying try again. Sorry, Federica. I'm trying to add Tom again. Sure, who knows? Maybe it'll work this time. I didn't realize you were out, Tom. So I apologize for. Still says adding. It's just adding. It's just tempting us. It's like. Technology. It has to be said, didn't the OPW, and I think National Monument Service were involved. I can't imagine why they wouldn't be. Didn't they do a great job of the live stream of the winter solstice illumination of Newgrange? That was brilliant. And there must have been quite a bit of setup involved in that. Yeah, so hats off to them. And it was brilliant, given that the monument was closed. Well, the interior of the monument has been closed since March. No answer from live video guest. Sorry, Tom, still not working. But maybe if you get home in a little while, we might try again. Given that nobody was allowed inside the monument, it was great for so many, probably tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people around the world were able to tune in and watch the sunlight entering the chamber of Newgrange. Alwyn Roy Badzek is in the house, says Happy New Year, Anthony, and everyone. Sláinte, Alwyn, many happy returns. I hope it's a good year for you. Dolmac says maybe you should go out and go in again. Try that. Hopefully that works. Yes, we do have to keep in mind, Robin makes a very good point, that our winter solstice is the southern hemisphere's summer solstice and vice versa. So the southern hemisphere's turn of the year is in around June 21st. We definitely live in a north-centric culture. Yes, absolutely. I think, isn't it 2/3 or 3/4 of the world's population lives north of the equator? But yes, happy New Year to the people in Australia. And they're already in 2021, by the way. I think some of them are anyway. And their days are starting to get shorter as ours start to lengthen. Marcia says, oh, I love the snowman from that amazing short movie. And where is your elf on the shelf? He's around. I think he's in the sitting room, but he's definitely around. Ashlyn Kane says, when this is all over, we'll have to make a big reunion during the summer, as I feel we are part of a big mythical family now. Newgrange, Hill of Tara, or Hill of Ishnock would be a great meeting place. Yeah, I think it's a great suggestion, Ashling. So let's hope that the opportunity presents itself and the conditions prevail to allow us to do so. Because I would love it. I'd love it. I think it'd be brilliant to meet some of you. Do we need to travel to space? Says Martin. Janet Moran says, Anthony, do you have a New Year's Eve joke for us? Oh, I had one earlier. What do you call a paper airplane that doesn't fly? Stationary. I'll get my coat. um, I think that Anthony wants to go dancing. He's bopping around, says Margaret. uh, oh yes, please. Try Tom. No, immediately said connection failed there, Tom. Anyway, this is called a beam of light. So think of New Year being at winter solstice at Newgrange rather than on the 31st of December into the 1st of January. A golden moment dawned at Sheedinbroga, that first solstice after it was built, when people learned to measure time using light. Hang on, I'm going to bring this over to this screen. Yeah, that's better. So it's in front of me instead of. The longest night had ended and the shortest day had begun. A beam of sunlight entered above the doorway and pushed into the cold stone corridor, announcing a changing of the guard. So the different reactions to that joke. Kristen says, "I confess, I truly laughed at that one." Whereas Rowan says, "Ah, terrible joke. I literally groaned aloud." Sorry, I'm too excited. Farewell, old Dagda Yochi Olahar, and thank you for your work with the crops and the harvest. Welcome, Angus Og, child of the morning, the young son of the new year. In the brew of Bowen, the sunlight danced on the floor of her cave. The firmament smiled, and the new sun lay down in his crystal bower to dream dreams of dawns and maidens and the turning of the year. And that's called A Beam of Light. I wrote a number of poetic and pieces of sort of poetic prose, poetic prose. That's a spitty woonerism if ever I heard one. The days are coming. A cold, obscure dawn breaks. The day is coming. He is slowing down. The Boyne, shrouded in mist, refuses to yield beneath the drama of the day. A pale sun forces something of its radiance through the clouds. Sheedinbroga is bathed dimly in a reluctant light. The night has been long and cold. Frost bites the grass. Cold bites the air. After a long year, Red Mountain finally lives up to its name. The sun, our Dagday Wrath, approaches his lowest ebb. He cannot go much further. If he does, our light will be lost. We will die in the lost glory of a summer that will never come. Crowned in the colours of a turning year, Red Mountain speaks out. It tells us something. When I am adorned with the redness of dawn, the redness of Dagda Rua Rofesa, you will know the days are coming. And through the mist, a voice urges us to keep our promise. Call him back. And that's called The Days Are Coming. Larissa Kama is sharing a New Year's joke. How do you get a tissue to dance? Put a little boogie in it. Yes. Solstice morning. This is called Stoop Low Towards the Druid's Dreams. And I have to admit to a little bit of cheating here because this is borrowed. Some of this is borrowed from my as yet unpublished, hopefully soon to be published book, Return to Segish. I read a little bit of that in one of the episodes before. So I see Do I see Tracy O'Connor's in the house? Says Happy New Year to the two. Happy New Year. Many happy returns. Teresina says, just to echo what everyone has said, an incredible year. For me, this community has kept me sane and loved the summer nights and the nightly chats. Thank you, Anthony, for bringing home to me in this format. Very glad to do so, Teresina. And I know you're over in County Mayo on the other coast, another beautiful part of Ireland. But sure, which part of Ireland isn't beautiful? But Happy New Year to you. Many, many more happy years to you. Solstice morning, and the rain has come to Sheed and Broga. Just between us, a not infrequent occurrence. In the dark, we wait, we hope, we watch. But in the growing light, we see a sky completely obscured by cloud. Disconsolate, we turn our gaze to the west, hoping for a break in the clouds. But it never comes. Wet and cold, we stand in the murky dawn, our excitement of the past night replaced by a creeping cheerlessness. There will be no brilliant dawn at Sheed and Broga. For that, we must turn our hopes again to tomorrow. Dagda will not enter the house of Elkmar today. Weary of waiting, we walk Jeshel around the great Shee. We count curbstones as we walk. Arriving at curb 52, we pause and stoop. And that is the one that I call the Orion Stone. No, Tracy, this isn't from Sagish. This bit from the moment I'm just about to read is actually from Sagish. A great artist has been at work. In Sagish, this is a scene that happens inside the passage of Newgrange. But I adapted it for this piece of prose. A great artist has been at work. A dreamer who has seen stars and suns and worlds beyond ours, has carefully carved a wonderful vision into the ancient stone. Incised deeply into its surface, he has brought his dream to life. In this dream, many checkered lights dance on the floor of the stony womb, and their music swirls and spirals and weaves a sense of buoyant expectation for the wayward traveller. Pause a while at Sheed and Broga, weary wanderer of the year. Stoop low towards the druid's dreams, for the things that make you kneel will elevate you beyond measure. Walk once again around the great cairn with your spirits lifted. A single morning counts as little on the winding river of time. Tomorrow is another day. And that's how it ends. And in fact, tomorrow is not just another day, it's another year. And Fernando Rivera says, Happy New Year, many happy returns. Nuala Doyle says, Happy New Year 2021, many happy returns, Nuala. Joan Skagger says, Happy New Year, and thanks for the diversion. You're very welcome, Joan. Many happy returns. Marion Thomas Ibarra who is Ms. Marion Ibarra on YouTube. Are you watching in both places, getting the best of both worlds? Judith Somerset says, Happy New Year from Mount Shasta in California. Many happy returns, Judith. Good to see you. Another decade too, says Tracy. Not to forget. Yes, technically speaking, it is. Yeah. And this one is called Through the Mist, Angus Og comes to Newgrange. After a long night, the dawn comes quickly. The sky burns with oranges and reds, but the air is frozen. A mist clings to the land, a mist that divides worlds. The grass is endowed with a heavy dew. The feet trod wearily upon a dawn pregnant with possibility. The fingers are numb, and the biting air brings a soreness to the cheeks. We look to the horizon, We are expectant, hopeful, patient even. We walk up the pathway to the great monument. I like to call it by its old name, Sheed Broga. Mostly, people call it Newgrange. In calling it Sheed Broga, perhaps we're calling something back, something painfully forgotten. There was a community here once, a people who lived and dreamed, a people for whom nature was full of mystery. They called the heavens down, they beckoned the sky and its sun to have union with their giant creation, a womb in a belly of earth and stone. A miracle would be wrought there in the darkness. The wonder child, Angus Og, would be conceived at Sheedenbroga by a sky father and earth mother. I stand at the curb of the great mound, the marvellous she of yesterday's dreams, and stare at the marvellous dawn, its sky so magnificently radiant with promise. I watch the scene warm up from a cold grey blue to a palette of fiery ambers, and as solstice dawn arrives, I dream of Angus Og and his miraculous return to Sheedenbroga. The noble she will be made a palace once more, a place for the gods. In the dark bosom of the earth, an arrival will make us weep. We will cry bittersweet tears. The myth makers smile. Through the mist, Angus comes to Sheedenbroga, and in a moment, the year is born again. I think that's very apt, actually, for the moment. Anyway, these are a series of ramblings of my own concoction. I'll share the link with you as soon as I'm done. Ralph Waldron is in the house, says Happy New Year. Us Leag. Gamamage Bro. I'm sure Arish. Well, Happy New Year to you, Ralph, and may it be a very peaceful and happy one. Brendan Byrne says, a mist that divides worlds. What a wonderful description. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Brendan. Yeah. Andrew, is it Vovides or Vovi? I don't know how to pronounce that. Andrew says, may the cauldron of the Dagda bring plenty to all. What a wonderful wish. Happy New Year to you. This one's called The Dreamer Lives. I stand, pardon me, I'll clear the throat and take a sip of the Olishka. And it's only real water, it's not Ishka Baha. Kathleen Sheridan says, Happy New Year. Love this channel. You've helped me open my inner eye. Thanks, Kathleen. Happy New Year. Yes, indeed. This is called The Dreamer Lives. I stand before the palace of the Dagda, the house of Elkmar, and the resting place of the swan lovers Angus and Care. Alone with the monument, in the subdued and dank dawn, I speak to it. I ask it to tell me of its inception, its first imagining in those banished days of prehistory. I imagine that there must have been a dreamer, someone in the community who first envisioned these giant monuments, these enduring cairns of stone and earth and zeal and toil. There was one man or woman who sat on this ridge, touching the earth but reaching upwards to distant spheres, who must have dreamed about uniting worlds. And like all grand projects sparked by luminous imagination and aspiration, this had to be bigger and bolder than anything that had come before. Here, Brunabonia, the palaces of Boyne, came into being according to the dreamer's visions. The huge cairns rose from the ground, like the belly and paps of the goddess, symbolic of the expectant earth, swollen with anticipation. And the sun entered inside and copulated with the earth in order for the earth to deliver the fruits of a sacred union. seeing the sun shining its golden winter light in the deep chamber of the earth mound. I wonder what ecstasy the dreamer felt at that first magnificent dawn at Sheedenbroga long ago. Perhaps it is the same ecstasy that almost everyone in the modern era who witnesses the solstice sun in Newgrange feels. Alone at Sheedenbroga at dawn, I touch its stones, and it whispers to me, the dreamer lives. The dreamer lives indeed. Happy New Year, all, says Amy Wallace Dolan. There's a problem where the YouTube feed stops feeding me the new comments, and I can only see them on the computer, so apologies about that. Wonderful rambling, says Rowan. Thank you for the gift of your sharing them. Well, I'm glad to do so. Michelle Weaver says Happy New Year. May we weave a happy 2021 for you, Michelle. I hope it's a good one. Amy Wallace Dolan says Happy New Year, all. Many happy returns. Valerie Gallagher says, what a wonderful surprise. Happy New Year to a yes, indeed. Happy New Year to you. May 2021 bring you prosperous blessings, peace and happiness. Tom Lawler is in County Tipperary and says, new blessings, New Year blessings. And same to you, Tom. Hope it's a good one. Irish Technical Thinker says, just got here. Apologies, what did I miss? Sandy McNabb replies, everything. A whole lot of Happy New Year wishes. I think it's Marcus. Isn't that your name? You, Marcus. But a Happy New Year to you, and welcome along. One more is called Looking Down from the Sky. It is fitting that the Tuatha Dé Danann, the ancient divinities of our oldest myths, were said to have arrived into Ireland from the sky. Their chief, Yochi Olahar, also known as Dagda, the good god, is the one who was said to have built Sheedenbroga. In addition to his cairn building exploits, Dagda is said to have looked after the crops, the harvest, and the weather. Looking down upon Sheedenbroga from a height, one gets the sense that the humans who laboured dutifully in order to construct it must have wondered what it might look like from the sky. Back then, only the birds could tell them that. I wonder if the birds told them how pleased Dagda must have been. In the ancient tales, it is said that Dagda entered the house of Elkmar in order to make love with Elkmar's wife Boin, while performing a magic feat on the sun to make it stand still in the heavens. This is undoubtedly a myth about winter solstice and the sacred copulation of sky and earth during the shortest days of the year. Thus, we see Brú na Bóinne translated as the womb of the Boin, the womb of the white cow. The story of Dagda's magic with the sun contains, it would appear, vital information about the function of the mound. That information survived in the stories of generations of our ancestors for centuries, if not millennia. And the monument survived with it. As we approach solstice, that's obviously when this was written, but we're now approaching New Year. I wonder if Dagda will be looking down on this wondrous creation. Today, with our magic flying implements that can see down from the heavens, we nod in agreement with the sentiment of the scene. The gods must be well pleased. Nancy Sterling is in Vermont and says Happy New Year, many happy returns. Leon Leach says, you are somewhat of a presbyter for sure. Happy New Year. Reflecting the Milky Way. Yes, Dolmac, exactly. Milky Way and Boyne. Balach na Bo Finna. Owen Bo Finna. Marcia Downs. The swan is often seen as a guide to the other world and does so with trust and surrender. Yes, what do they call that? A psychopomp. An otherworld guide. One more. This is interesting because it says a full solstice moon sets at Sheet and Broga, and actually this morning the full moon was setting behind Newgrange. Now I didn't get a picture of that, but it would have been setting behind Newgrange in the same position approximately as summer solstice sunset. One more. This is called a full solstice moon sets at Sheedenbroga. Most people are aware that Sheedenbroga, Newgrange, has a passage that is aligned so that the rays of the rising sun in midwinter illuminate its interior chamber. This is more prose than poetry, this one. Tens of thousands of people enter the winter solstice lottery every year to try to be one of the lucky 50, 10 each morning for 5 mornings, to be brought into the chamber to witness the sun's light come in there at dawn. And as we know, this year we had the live stream, so everybody got to see it. Brilliant. Newgrange was shared all over the world. Much less well known is the fact that other heavenly bodies shine into Newgrange. One of those, and the most obvious one, is the moon. There are times during the lunar cycles when the full moon rises in the same position as winter solstice sunrise. Ironically, this happens in midsummer because the full moon is always opposite the sun. The moon's rays enter through the roof box and bathe the chamber in a pale glow. This phenomenon, which does not happen nearly as regularly as the winter sunrise event, has not been recorded at Sheedenbroga. Who will be the first person to photograph moonlight illuminating the interior of the sacred chamber? I'll certainly put myself forward as a candidate photographer. This morning, just as night was starting to end and the twilight was growing over Red Mountain, we encountered a rare phenomenon. This is from 21st of December 2018. A full moon in conjunction with winter solstice. Yesterday, a crowd estimated at 800 people gathered under a grey and damp sky to celebrate the official day of winter solstice at the 5,000-year-old monument. But this morning at 7 a.m., the only activity at Newgrange was the busy preparatory work by the ground staff to prepare the monument for Saturday's winning lottery guests. On the road outside the monument, I stopped to record the scene. A full moon setting behind Sheedenbroga while the stars were still twinkling. And it struck me that this occurrence, a full moon in conjunction with the solstice, would have undoubtedly been an auspicious event for the ancient astronomer builders. A short while later, as I entered the sacred ground of Sheedenbroga, I saw Venus, the morning star, dazzling brightly over Red Mountain in the growing twilight. There's another object, I thought to myself, that shines its light into the chamber of Newgrange. And that is even recorded in folklore from a time before the excavation and restoration works at the Great Monument. A few people having problems on Facebook. Go out and come back in again. Standing there at the rear of Sheedenbroga, in the blue glow where the night meets the morning, I was moved by the scene. The morning star was visible over the top of the great cairn. The full moon was setting over Nouth, and the constellations were fading into the waxing dawn. I was the lone astronomer of the twilight, the solitary stargazer of Sheedenbroga. And there you have it. Let me just before, just for the sake of, what do they say, for the sake of pig iron, I'm going to try Tom King once more. Definitely need to think about occasional Zoom meetings. No, and the camera symbol is not on Tom anymore. So there you go. Definitely need to think about Zoom. And we're very grateful to Joe Butler, who rescued the whole Morgan Daimler conversation from the jaws of technical mayhem. It turned out to be a wonderful event. Crispin Kane says, all the best to you and yours in the new year. A happy new year to you. Many happy returns. Irish Technical Thinker says, Sandy, late? A wizard is never late. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely as he means to. Harumph. Helen says, thank you, Anthony, for the beautiful reading. Now, if you could spend an evening dining and chatting with 3 people from the past, certainly the designer of Bruno Bonia would be one. Yes, actually, that's a brilliant idea. It's like, I would love the opportunity to do that. Wouldn't that be fabulous? To speak to somebody who was actually there, the person who carved the entrance curbstone. Wow, you know. NG10, the guy who was, the son of the incestuous union who was buried there. We could have a good conversation with him. By the way, those passages that I've been reading from were compiled in 2018 at the time of winter solstice by myself. There's a few more there as well, but I read what I consider to be the best of them. And that page is on the website. It's called Ancient Sites Solstice at Cheatham-Broga, Words and Images from Newgrange. I will share the link with you there on Facebook and YouTube so that you can click into it afterwards and have yourself a merry read. Have yourself a merry little read. Yes. Desiree says, thanks, Anthony and everyone. Definitely uplifted my spirit. Good to hear it. Glad to have provided some virtual medicine. Just before we go, there is one other, very short, John O'Donoghue poem. Which is for an occasion of celebration, which I think this is. So let us very briefly read. Irish technical thinker, that's not the first time you've asked either. Appreciate your work. Could you go into more details about your paranormal experience? Yes, maybe we should devote an episode of Live Irish Myths to paranormal. Yes. Like I did do an episode about sort of, serendipity and spontaneity and synchronicity. There's been lots of very interesting things like that. Not so much in the ghostly spirit realm, but yeah, definitely one to do. Marianne says, did you keep the beginning of the meeting with Morgan? I was there in the beginning but left shortly after. There's two versions on YouTube. One where you don't get to see Morgan, but you hear it right from the very beginning when I spent half an hour trying to sort out the technical issues. And the other then is a recording of the Zoom meeting from when the conversation started. Yes, says Irish technical thinker. Phenomenology. Yeah, good. Yes. Sorry. When an archaeologist friend messages you in the middle of a live stream, you can either say bugger off or you can give a nice answer. So I gave him a nice answer. For an occasion of celebration, this is again from John O'Donoghue's Benedictus. As we see out 2020 and we look forward to 2021, and certainly on my own behalf, I want to say thank you everybody for making 2020 a very special year. Thank you for helping us to have and create and nourish and nurture this safe and wonderful and friendly space full of good atmosphere and cheer, where we could forget the troubles, where we could for a moment put aside the headlines and immerse ourselves in a lovely virtual gathering around the virtual hearth and fire, and where many a flame crackled and danced as we enjoyed ourselves. Tracy says, the Tua in every sense would love to hear you on phenomenology. Phenomenology. I haven't had a drink yet. I can't pronounce it. Phenomenology. There's one. There's a drunk test. There's a sobriety test for you. After you've had a few drinks later on to celebrate the new year, try and say the word phenomenology. Erica Rivertree's in the house. Happy Hogmanay, Scottish style New Year's Eve from Louisville, Kentucky. Lang me your long reek. Thanks, Erica. Happy New Year to you. Anthony, did you see the Boyne Wren boys and girls? I did, Neil. Yes, I saw your link. Thank you for that. Very interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing here in Drogheda, but there you go. Valerie says, I was supposed to travel to Ireland last March, and this has been my solace. Brilliant. Well, glad to have been able to provide some solace, Valerie. Barbara Murphy says, I can never completely wish away 2020, as it brought me into this wonderful group. Yes, lovely. Here. Tremendous thanks, says Mariana, to Anthony and the Tua for making 2020 bearable. Yes, brilliant. For some reason, the comments stopped ages and ages ago on Facebook on the phone, but they're still coming up on the computer where I can see the last 4. So I have to be careful to read them quickly. Anne McCallum says, thanks so much for today, Anthony, and for all that you did in 2020. Sláinte agus Banach to you or your family, and all the mighty Tua de Anton during 2021. I hope that you all have a brilliant year next year. And I certainly hope that all of you who haven't been able, and I still haven't been able to do anything about that, all of you who have been unable to come to Ireland in 2020 get the opportunity in 2021. Erica Bow is on Facebook saying Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve to you. Many happy returns. For an occasion of celebration, now is the time to free the heart. Let all intentions and worries stop. Free the joy inside the self. Awaken to the wonder of your life. Open your eyes and see the friends whose hearts recognize your face as kin. Isn't this wonderfully appropriate? Those whose kindness is watchful and near, encouraging you to live everything here. See the gifts the years have given, things your effort could never earn. The health to enjoy who you want to be, and the mind to mirror mystery. Thank you, John O'Donoghue, for those wonderful words of celebration from Benedictus. Fabulously appropriate, fabulously apt, brilliantly apt for the occasion. I can't get the book back in, but that's because I have a burgeoning book collection and not enough shelf space to store them on. Pilar Goldstein Day says Happy New Year to her, and the same to you. Happy New Year. Rowan Grove, we're hoping for another visit to Ireland in 2021 or as soon as we're allowed. Well, hopefully that will be sooner rather than later, Rowan. Brendan Byrne says, raise a dram to one and all. I will raise my glass of water. Robin says, I am hereby having a tipple of inexpensive but very nice 5-year-old port to help you bring in the not so new year, Anthony. Enjoy that one, Robin. Sandy McNabb says, Happy New Year all, and may your God go with you, as that good Welshman said. Yes, the Facebook is finally saying it's trying to reconnect, so it's obviously definitely having difficulty. So we will say at this point 7 threes in hand terminology. Daisy, glad you enjoyed yourself. Erla She says this is beautiful, thanks, and Happy New Year to hope you enjoyed yourself. So the next time we gather, my dear Tua, will be in 2021. Hopefully, all going well. I intend to feast and drink and celebrate tonight. I hope you all have wonderful celebrations. Lang me your lum reek. Amy Wallace Dolan says Sláinte. And yeah, what day is today? I can't even remember. Is today Thursday? Yes, today is Thursday. Next episode of Live Irish Myths is on Monday, which is the 4th of January 2021. The planned topic for Live Irish Myths is numbers in Irish mythology. So hope that will prove to be an interesting one. Finally, to say thanks a million to all of the Mythical Ireland patrons over at patreon.com/Mythical Ireland for their support during the year. They are enjoying at the moment a blog post shared today, which is basically a celebration and a recap of everything that happened in 2020. A positive, obviously, not looking at the negatives and not concentrating on the COVID-19 situation, but rather all of those lovely silver linings that we've spoken about. Anne McCallum says, just wondered, Anthony, have you ever come across the variation of the story of the Dogga and Bowen that I mentioned in a comment? I can't remember where I read it. I'll have to look at that. Maybe, Anne, would you do me a favor, because we're finishing up now? Would you send me an email about that, please? And I'll tell you whether I have or not. Margaret Kiernan says, good night, Anthony. Blessings to you and to Anne. Thanks, Margaret. Happy New Year to you at Rowan Grove. You too, Laura Puente. Here's to 2021 when you can all share a drink in real time and place. Happy New Year to you all from Chicago. Yes, let's think about, let's set the intention, dream it, and it will happen. Imagine it, and it will be so. You know. In the meantime, yeah, haste ye back, says Sandy. We'll do our very best. An hour and 21. I think that's long enough. In the meantime, there's a few hours to go of 2020 yet. Enjoy the rest of the year and stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. And may 2021 bring you boon. May you prosper, may you flourish. And let us do what we've done in 2020. Let us collectively be a light to the world. That stunning blade of golden sunlight that pierces the darkness of Sheedenbroga after the longest night has ended. Let us bring our light out into the world and positivity and nice stories. I doubt we'll all fit in Anthony's house, says Rowan. Yeah, that could be a bit of a challenge, but I think we'd be more thinking of somewhere in the open air, maybe the Hill of Tara, or someone said Ishnok, but Ishnok is not quite so open as Tara is. So we'll see. Let's not make plans just yet. Let's get over. Let's get over the mark. Let's get over the line between 2020. Oh God, I can't start yawning now. The night is young. There's a long night of celebrations ahead. Hopefully. Guramaha got Anthony for making a horrible year acceptable. Nay, beautiful. Thanks, Neil. Happy New Year to yourself and Mary. I hope 2021 brings you great things. In the meantime, Slán go fóil, Ichawa Kolosov. Don't go asleep yet, but do get a good sleep when you get one. August Tog go bugay. Take it easy. We'll see you all next year. In the meantime, good night. Happy New Year. And enjoy the rest of 2020. Those of you who are still in 2020. Good night.